Ever wonder if there are rules out there that are just completely bonkers? Well, you're in for a treat. Today, we're diving into the world's most bizarre laws that are, believe it or not, still on the books. Get ready to have your mind blown. Let's kick things off in the beautiful city of Venice, Italy. If you're planning a trip, here's a crucial tip. Do not feed the pigeons in St. Mark's Square. While it might seem like a harmless, romantic gesture, it's actually illegal. Why? The sheer number of pigeons was causing serious damage to the historic buildings and statues. They're basically tiny, feathered wrecking balls. The city got so fed up that they slapped a hefty fine on anyone caught tossing breadcrumbs. So enjoy the view, but keep your snacks to yourself. Next, we're heading over to Singapore, a country known for its cleanliness and strict rules. And here is one of the most famous ones. It's legal to import or sell chewing gum. That's right. You can't just walk into a store and buy a pack of gum. This law was put in place back in 1992 to combat the problem of people sticking used gum on public property, like subway train doors, which caused major disruptions. There are some exceptions for therapeutic or dental gum, but you need a prescription. So, if you're a gum chewer, Singapore might be a bit of a challenge. Let's travel to the land down under. In Australia, specifically in Victoria, there's a strange law about changing a light bulb. Technically, you're not allowed to change a light bulb unless you are a licensed electrician. This falls under the Electricity Safety Act. The idea is to prevent accidents and ensure electrical work is done safely. Now, in reality, is anyone getting arrested for changing a bulb in their own home? Probably not. But legally speaking, it's a rule. It makes you wonder how many Australians are living in the dark, waiting for an electrician. Ready for another one? Let's go to Switzerland. This country values peace and quiet so much that it's considered impolite, and in some apartment buildings, against the rules to flush your toilet after 10 p.m. The noise is seen as a disturbance to your neighbors. So if you have a late-night bathroom trip, you might have to, well, let it mellow. It's all about respecting your community's right to a peaceful night's sleep. It's a testament to how seriously the Swiss take their tranquility. Now let's hop across the pond to the United States, which is a gold mine of weird local laws. In Oklahoma, it's illegal to make ugly faces at a dog. You could actually be fined or even jailed for it. The origin of this law is a bit murky, but it was likely intended to prevent animal cruelty by discouraging people from antagonizing dogs. So next time you're playing with your furry friend, make sure your expressions are friendly. No scary faces allowed. Speaking of animals, in Fairbanks, Alaska, it's illegal to serve alcohol to a moose. Yes, a moose. You might be thinking, who would do that? Apparently, back in the day, a local bar owner had a moose named Bucky that would frequently wander in for a drink, specifically a cocktail mixed with beer. The situation got so out of hand that they had to pass a law to officially ban giving booze to the local wildlife. It's a wild story, but it just goes to show you that some laws exist for very specific, very strange reasons. Let's head back to Europe, to the fashion capital of Milan, Italy. Here, there's a law that requires citizens to smile at all times, except during funerals or hospital visits. This rule dates back to the Austro-Hungarian era and was meant to project an image of a happy and prosperous city. While it's just not strictly enforced today, you woe and see the smile police handing out tickets, it's still technically on the books. It's a charming, if slightly demanding piece of local history. So if you're ever in Milan, remember to flash a grin. Over in the UK, there's a law that makes it illegal to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances. This comes from the Salmon Act of 1986, and it was designed to combat illegal fish poaching. Essentially, if you're caught carrying a salmon and it looks like you might have obtained it illegally, you could be in trouble. It sounds funny when you first hear it, but it's a serious measure to protect the country's fish populations. So if you're carrying a salmon, just try not to look shady. In Denmark, you have to be pretty creative when naming your child. The country has an official list of about 7,000 pre-approved baby names. If you want to name your child something that isn't on the list, you have to get special permission from the government. This is to protect children from being given odd or potentially embarrassing names. So, names like Apple or Pilot Inspector probably wouldn't make the cut in Denmark without a serious review. Let's visit Canada, specifically the town of Surrey in Prince Edward Island. If you're building a snowman here, you have to be mindful of its size. It's against the local bylaw to build a snowman taller than 30 inches, which is about 2.5 feet, on a corner lot. Why? It's a safety issue. An oversized snowman could obstruct the view of drivers, creating a traffic hazard. It's a practical rule, but it definitely puts a limit on your winter creativity. In Samoa, an independent island nation in the Pacific, it's illegal to forget your wife's birthday. While it's unlikely you'd actually be thrown in jail for it, the law exists as a cultural reminder of the importance of family and respecting your spouse. It's a law born out of love and respect, which is actually quite sweet when you think about it. Still, you'd probably want to set a calendar reminder, just in case. Back in the US, in Gainesville, Georgia, there's a law that requires you to eat fried chicken with your hands. You are forbidden from using a fork, knife, or any other utensil. This law was originally passed as a publicity stunt in the 1960s to promote Gainesville as the poultry capital of the world. And believe it or not, it has been enforced. A tourist was once arrested for using a fork, though it was all in good fun. She was pardoned by the mayor shortly after. Let's fly over to France. It's illegal to name a pig Napoleon. This law was put in place to protect the honor and image of the famous French emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. It seems the government didn't want a farm animal sharing a name with one of the country's most iconic historical figures. So, if you're a pig farmer in France, you'll have to choose a different name for your curly-tailed friend. In Japan, there's the Metabo Law, which was introduced in 2008. This law requires companies and local governments to measure the waistlines of their citizens between the ages of 40 and 74 as part of their annual health checkups. The goal is to combat obesity and related diseases. If someone's waistline exceeds the government-set limits, they are given diet and exercise guidance. It's a proactive approach to public health, but it's certainly one of the more personal laws out there. And finally, let's end our journey in the United Kingdom again. It is an act of treason to place a postage stamp bearing the monarch's head upside down on an envelope. This has long been considered a sign of disrespect to the crown. While you're highly unlikely to be prosecuted for treason for a simple mailing mistake, the law technically still exists. It's a fascinating relic from a time when such gestures held much more symbolic weight. And there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the strangest, most unbelievable laws from around the globe. From smiling in Milan to not serving moose alcohol in Alaska, these rules show that lawmaking can sometimes take a very weird turn. It makes you wonder what other bizarre laws are still hiding in the books. Which of these did you find the most ridiculous? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the weird world of legislation, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating content. See you next time.